At the end of their 3-year degree program, AUT's fashion design graduates get a chance to display their talent at the annual AUT Rookie Show. Let's join Bharat as he checks out the designs of New Zealand's future fashion stars.
The future of the New Zealand fashion industry, creating their debut runway collections at the St. Paul's Cathedral in Auckland. After 5 years on the catwalks of New Zealand Fashion Week, AUT has for the first time taken the Rookie Show off-site.
This year we really felt that the Rookie Show actually had moved, but the quality of the work that was shown and that the students produced. This year it was incredibly difficult to just pick 22 students to show because the quality of work was very high, very creative, lots of new ideas.
Many of the 22 graduating fashion design students who strutted their stuff at the show are of Asian descent.
Initially, when we get students come in to us, particularly if they're students from overseas, their cultural heritage shows quite a lot in that beginning when we first get them as first years. As they progress, it becomes more sophisticated in the way that they actually integrate their cultural heritage with the Kiwiness that they actually develop as the years progress. But definitely you can see that heritage is always there, even if it's in a subtle form by the time that they actually graduate.
For Ursula Soma, it was the colours of Rangoli, the traditional Indian art of painting with coloured powders, which inspired her.
Throughout my childhood, I'd do rangolis with my mum. I was just surrounded by bright colours and stuff, so I didn't actually notice when I had done this until someone pointed out that it's got a lot of Indian in it, and I realised, I was like, yeah, bright colours, vivid, fun. Yeah, and Rangoli has a lot of curves and stuff, so a lot of my stuff has quite curves and flow to it. It's quite sporty, street casual. I'd wear it. I pretty much made my stuff that I'd wear, so if I made something and I think I wouldn't wear it, I wouldn't have it.
Stacey Lee used traditional Korean knotting and patchwork in her designs.
From my childhood, I wanted to bring my cultural background into a modern way, street casual wear. I was highly influenced by the Korean patchwork of its delicate seaming panels and also the colors. So I used block colors here, and I also used paneling aspect, and I also used top stitching details into my collection.
One of the standout collections at this year's show included Nadisha Goramune's hand-illustrated creations.
Ever since I was little, I've always enjoyed drawing, painting. It's just one of my strengths, and every year of my schooling years I would always do painting and take graphics and art design and stuff like that. And by 7th form I really wanted to do something different, so I chose fashion because it was like a really cool, fast-paced industry. My concept was to develop garments within garments, but creating that as an illusion. So having simple shift dresses that act as canvases, and what I did was paint everything on A3 pieces of paper and then scan them onto the computer and then photoshopped the images and then got them printed at the TDL, our textile design lab at AUT. So yeah, that was my process.
A death in the family inspired Jess Chang to do her collections targeted for the high end of fashion.
Doing this collection has basically allowed me to express how I felt towards death in the family, and kind of just I was able to release maybe all my grief through doing all these garments and all kind of looking into all the blackness, and yeah, definitely see it worn. To me, I think it's probably best worn separately, probably not as a whole outfit, but the jackets are very, you can wear them every day with your other clothes and your skirt maybe to a fancy night out or something like that, and yeah, the knits as well.
A skydiving trip for Sue and Air was her inspiration to create her pieces.
So my collection was based on the volume of the parachute and the idea of harnessing it in So I've taken the harnesses from the equipment that we wear when we skydive. Not all of the pieces I've made are wearable. They've been made to be exhibitional pieces, but there are definitely some in there that are wearable.
Most of the new graduates are hoping to join different fashion-related occupations.
There are some students who will stay on and do postgraduate with us. Other students we hope will go out into industry as designers, as print, maybe production, pattern cutters, etc. So very, very great variety of students, great variety of jobs out there too.